Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Can a boy-girl friendship survive? Just dropped its 7th episode. We were looking forward to this one, and let me just say, it was kind of a roller coaster. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know what to expect for what was going on in the show at the end of the end of it. I was totally shocked, a little disappointed in myself, and very sad, very sad episode overall. But we started off with some good content where we started off with the summer. Summer, it's hot. You know what that means. Summer uniforms, which we get to see pretty fast with at least Himari-chan. So Himari's sitting here trying to look pretty, doing the whole lean over thing. We learn Yu is into boobs. Yu's into boobs. That's kind of what I get from this, where she's all leaning over, being all like, oh, this is how to tease you. I'm going to lean forward. It's like, okay, cool. We know what Yu's into now. That's fine. Whatever. But essentially, I don't see much that's changed. Maybe she took off the jacket and unbuttoned a button. But, like, that's the most I see that's really different. Can't be sure, though. Maybe she didn't even unbutton a button. Maybe she just took off the jacket. Maybe her skirt's shorter. I don't know. But overall, not much has changed. Of course, I don't think school uniforms change a whole lot anyway, so, you know, they did what they could, probably realistically, to make it look different. But this is his reaction, and that's important for some reason, because I was honestly flipping in between the reactions to the two girls, and I didn't see much of a difference. There is a definite emotion difference here. Then, of course, they do a little bit of flirting in class, and they go on, and Inamoto-san shows up. She's in her summer uniform. She has the little vest on, so she's still got that little bit of heat in there. Wonder if that'll come up. See, here we see Himari-chan is wearing a sweater, but she's wearing it around her waist, so that's interesting. But this is his reaction to Inamoto. As you can see, his mouth is wider, his eyes are closer together. I think this is awe. So it was shock and awe. Shock and awe. You get it. So he's in shock at Himari, in awe of Inamoto-san. At least that's kind of where I'm going with this. That's where I think it's going. Like, it's, in my opinion, kind of like a racing heart rate with Himari. So it's getting him more excited. With Inamoto-san, it's more of just a recognition of a beauty, like you would with flowers, kind of. But Himari-chan, I think, is super happy about this. Either that or she's super worried. And I don't know which. This look could be either, really. But I'm leaning towards the happiness thing, where it's she thinks that she likes her more than Inamoto-san, at least in looks. There was it could go the entire opposite way, where there was just like an immense beauty about Inamoto-san, and she's jealous of that. And she's trying to keep a straight face because it's what she does. She lies about her feelings and her emotions and how strong she's feeling them. She doesn't want to seem like a loser for some reason, because she is one. She's a huge loser. Just get over yourself. That's all I have to say. If Himari can hear me through the two-dimensional screen that has already been officialized in manga format that I have not read, please get over yourself. Please get over yourself. She's already back to her not quite teasing game. This looks like it's a tease just by like looking at it, but what she's actually doing is she's trying to make sure that she's still the main model. Still the model. They're still taking pictures of her and nobody else. It's just her. She's the model. She's the important one. Don't take pictures of Inamoto-san. I want to be the model. That seems to be where this is going. And it's not quite a tease. Meanwhile, the two girls from yesterday actually do show up again. And strangely enough, it seems like they're actually going to get what they were asking for. I was like, that's asking for a lot. And I'm not sure if Yu's actually comfortable with making personalized things like that. Certainly he was making them for Himari-chan, and he even made one for Inamoto-san, but I don't know about making them for strangers. Not only did he make them for strangers, he made them for somebody who didn't technically ask. These girls were asking, but they ended up giving them to this couple. At least that's how I understood it. Maybe this couple was asking for it through them. Who knows? But it seems like they wanted to give it as a gift. That's what my impression was. And this couple, oh my gosh, just so cute. Probably will never come back up again. The guy seemed like just the kind of guy who you have as a background character. The girl could be a palette swap of half the woman in this series. Who knows? But it's good. It's good. I do like this whole... This is the difference between this relationship and that relationship, because love doesn't come in just one shape, and that's cute. Like big guy who's really honest, medium-sized girl who's happy about everything. It's an intense love, but it's tangible, and it's honest, and it's healthy. So it's less intense, more healthy. It's the way he was describing it. I like that. I like that. That's really good. I don't know why, just such a simple thing caught my eye, and I was all like, that's an interesting way to bring your artistic view into reality. But I definitely did notice that, so I wanted to bring it up. And then all hell breaks loose and everybody hears about it because, these two girls are basically running advertisements for them. And it's like, is it true that Yu's accessories will make your crush fall in love with you? No, that's not true. And as popularity goes, we quickly learn why popularity can be a bad thing. And there's this scene where he falls asleep on her lap. And of course, this is what should have happened. This is literally what everyone's been asking for. But for some reason, it's not viewed as something serious. Like, this guy just fell asleep on your lap. That means he trusts you, which, why? Why do you trust her? She would literally punch your lights out if, she just thought it would be funny to do that. Why do you trust her? At least that's what you should think. You should think that she would. She wouldn't, and you know her better than I do, except for the fact that I know she likes you. But I would think that she would, prank you if you did this. Like, she pranks you when, you guys almost kiss. Why wouldn't she prank you doing this? Okay, they didn't. He's stressed out, so he sleeps in her lap. And it's cute. It's cuddly. Whatever. Neither of them knows that they both like each other. For some reason, they don't know that. Stop hiding your feelings, Mari. Stop it. I'm not blaming you for this at all. You is an innocent little guy. He's been played so much that he probably doesn't even know what love is at this point. This poor boy, just absolutely used and thrown out. Maybe he turned her down once in middle school, but that was middle school. You're in high school now. It's different. Anyway, I'm on Yu's side, but I'm on Himari's team. This is a very complex web of exactly where I'm being placed here, because I think Himari's an idiot, but she deserves the love of Yu. And Yu deserves the love of Himari. But Yu is at least relatable. So Himari needs to step up her game. Anyway, we learn that best friend character, he basically set up this whole thing. And he says, oh, you're about to be in for some emotional pain, so don't thank me. And he's all like, why would you do that? And he was all like, it might have been necessary, whatever. Or, maybe it was to get Inamoto-san closer to you. And it seems like he is in debt to Inamoto? I don't know what that means, but, it's not like Inamoto-san just introduced him to like one of his girls that he kind of liked, because this is more serious than that, he says. He says, I owe her more than what introducing her to her first love could ever like equal. So something serious is going on between best friend character and Inamoto-san. But we don't know what. I thought it was just, I prefer you with Inamoto-san. But now, we kind of get this feeling there's something more going on here. And no longer am I thinking best friend character actually wants the best thing for you. Now I'm thinking best friend character is going to get the best thing for Inamoto-san no matter what. And I'm not sure if I like best friend character right now. You should be looking out for the best interests of all your friends. Please remember that. Anyway, we learn that one of the students has complained about, one of the students' parents has complained about the item that you sold them. Apparently they say it's actually super expensive, and they probably got haggled out of their mind, and it was like an abuse of like their ability to sell stuff. And it was like a con. But it wasn't a con, and we all know that. But the school doesn't, so the school's asking for all this information. He doesn't necessarily have it, but the school's willing to wait. Realistic, good, I like it. He proves that he has all the permits and stuff. I think at least he does. I think it's pretty well assumed that he can prove that he sold all these things. But we'll see. We'll see. I think Himari has the receipts, and his older sister has the proof of license. So, he should be fine. Should be. Let's hope. But, we see even more stuff that's going wrong in, this girl firsthand experienced that love cannot be charmed into existing. The guy has to actually like you. So she throws the pendant on the ground and stomps on it. And all while you, Himari, and Inamoto-san are all there. And it totally crushes you. You is just crushed here. He put in a lot of time and effort, and he saw the love as something that was worth pursuing, worth something beautiful and pure. And here he finally realizes what Himari might have meant when she said something along the lines of, just because something is beautiful doesn't mean it's pure. And I think you can see it in these girls' faces in this exact moment, just how worried they are for you as they stand off in the background. Unfortunately, Himari is still a super loser lame duck, and Inamoto-san has to go comfort him. Himari, this was your chance. But Inamoto-san comforts him. I think Himari should have definitely been there right beside her, but Himari stood off by the very sidelines, just being sad for him instead of actually helping, instead of actually comforting. But Yu feels like a huge, disgusting pile of poo because he just now learned that not all beautiful things are pure. And maybe he's kind of self-reflecting on that, because he's saying, well, is my love for Himari pure? Is my friendship with Himari pure? Am I actually being a bad person by holding her down? Is my love for her worth tying her down? I think that's kind of what he's asking himself in this moment. Maybe he's starting to realize how evil he is. Not that he's actually evil, because we as the audience understand that Himari doesn't want to leave him, that she does love him. But there is this weird tension between him and Inamoto-san. Where I think Himari is being just as evil as anyone else, but of course, they're high schoolers. It's gonna happen. There's social ambiguity here. Where it's like these people love each other very clearly, but they're not confessing their feelings. Inamoto-san is the only one here who I think has done the right thing. Yu has feelings for Himari and refuses to say it because he thinks it'll ruin the relationship. That's fine in like a blank canvas. Okay. But because Inamoto-san has confessed, and the reason why he is not saying yes is because he's waiting on Himari, he should go to Himari and make this known. Because if Himari isn't interested, which she is, then he needs to just man up and say, okay, I'm not ever going to have Himari. I need to go over to Inamoto-san. But because he doesn't do that, he's still hoping for some chance that Himari will be interested in him, and somehow being friends with her forever is all that he could ever ask for. But also, I'm not going to get into a relationship because what if? You guys, don't do this in real life. Please. This is actually horrible. Don't do this. But we're viewing the heartbreak of 3 different people simultaneously with a previous person we don't even know. Heartbreaking in the background. She ran away because Himari was about to punch her lights out, which Himari did do pretty well. I'm happy Himari went out there and actually yelled at them. She did show off her feelings somehow, just not towards you. You probably didn't feel justified by her getting mad at them. What she probably wanted to do was prove to you, or not even prove to you, what she's doing is she's expressing her feelings that she has in a hostile way. She's expressing the feelings that she has in a hostile way. The only problem with it is that you doesn't feel it, because it's not towards you, it's towards someone totally random. And that's unfortunate. While Inamoto-san knows how to direct her feelings, she walks up and comforts you. So, what do you guys think about this episode? Go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments, and like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. I will be covering this plenty more, so feel free to hit that notification bell and tune in next time. Until next time, you guys have a blessed day. And while you're here, go ahead and check out this video to see what you might have missed.